Dolphins fans, before we get today's video started, be sure to hit that big red button and subscribe to the best Miami Dolphins channel on YouTube. Free content coming at you almost daily with rumors videos, news videos, and today we have a trade rumors video. All you have to do is hit that big red button and stay in the know as we are on our way to 18K. Can we get there before we cross the pond and go to London? That was a terrible British accent. I apologize. But you get the point. Subscribe to the channel and help us get to 18K so you can stay in the know on your Miami Dolphins all season long. Today's video is sponsored by MANSCAPED. And again, guys, what are we doing here? I know it's about to be cuffing season. MANSCAPED is here to help. Listen, go to manscaped.com and get 20% off of your first order of Manscaped. And really the thing is, the best part about it, the Lawnmower 4.0, the ladies will love you just a little bit more if you get it. We'll talk about that here in just a bit. All you got to do is use that promo code, Dolphins. Stop me if you've heard this before. Deshaun Watson to the Dolphins rumors. But seriously, don't stop the video. I know I brought this up like maybe 7 times, but the rumors keep coming in as we know by now that Deshaun Watson has 22 civil suits open against him currently. But what would a possible trade look like for Deshaun Watson, a guy that really there's a lot of up in the air on right now, but in the sense that he can still play right now. This was a trade put out there by a guy on the internet right here in terms of he has a source close to the Texans GM, went on a couple of websites for the Dolphins in terms of coverage, and reporting that this is the offer that the Dolphins sent to the Texans. 3 first-round picks, 1 second-round pick, and 2 third-round picks for Deshaun Watson. First of all, hell no. Second of all, no. And then third of all, I hope there weren't any children in the room when I said hell no at first. But let's look at Deshaun Watson's career stats on this, because obviously by now we know that he is, a top 5 quarterback in the NFL when he's playing and he's healthy. We're talking about a guy that has 104 TDs in his career and has made pedestrian teams like the Houston Texans this past season where they were 4-12, at least relatively entertaining, right? The biggest thing for me in this, again, we're talking about 3 first-round picks, a second, and then 2 thirds for Deshaun Watson. How the hell did the Texans say no to that deal? Like, how the hell do you do that when you're the Houston Texans right now? Like, there's no way that you say no to that deal if you were the Texans. You think about that. That's literally fleecing the Miami Dolphins. Second of all, why the hell are the Miami Dolphins offering that much for a quarterback that has 22 active civil cases open against him right now? I'm all for having the conversation of going for Deshaun Watson and trying to get him in South Beach, right? But do it the right way and don't just jeopardize your future on potentially going after a guy that, yes, he can technically play this year. It wouldn't be a good PR move, I should say, for a franchise. But he might not be able to play next year because the NFL has come out and said, yeah, he's probably going to play this year, but next year is where the punishment comes down. It makes absolutely no sense to me why the Houston Texans didn't take that deal. But be honest with me. Do you even want the Dolphins to trade for Deshaun Watson? Type Y for yes, type N for no. I feel like this has changed quite a bit, right? We did a video last week. You can go back and watch it on the page, and you'd know about it if you subscribed, like the L3 says on the screen. But you have these rumors with Deshaun Watson, and it seems like they've kind of turned the fan base with this lackluster 1-4 start for the Dolphins. Maybe a lot more fans want this and are open to it. Me, I'm kind of on the fence and interested to hear what y'all have to say. Let me know down in the comments below. Today's show is presented by Manscaped, and as I mentioned, guys, it's about to be cuffing season. Halloween is right around the corner, the holidays as well, and listen, you don't want to be looking spooky. Only your costume needs to look spooky, not you. Manscaped is here to help. Listen, 20% off plus free shipping on your order when you use the promo Dolphins. Yeah, you have my attention, Manscaped, right here. Go to manscaped.com and use the promo code Dolphins to get 20% off and free shipping on your first order. The product that I love the most from them, the Lawnmower 4.0, and my certain significant other enjoys it as well. What it brings to the table, if you know what I'm saying. It's got the light on there for tough to reach places. It's got a sensitivity guard as well. It's got a high-powered motor where you can use it in the shower and not have to worry about it running out of power midway through, if you know what I'm saying. Go get the Lawnmower 4.0 over on manscaped.com, and don't forget to use the promo code Dolphins to get 20% off and free shipping on your order. Noah Igbinoghene in the news once again. The 30th overall pick in the 2020 NFL Draft has been a healthy scratch multiple times so far this season, and I have the question for you guys. Is it time to rip off the Band-Aid when it comes to Noah Igbinoghene? Just because, for me, when you look at this guy, this was a guy that Jerry Jeudy in college said it was the best corner that he faced off against, I should say, in college. Remember, he went to Auburn, and Jerry Jeudy went to Alabama. There's a rivalry there. Jerry Jeudy's just not going to hand out praise. But before we get into this trade idea I have for Noah, I'm curious, do you want to trade Noah Igbinoghene? Type T for trade, type K for keep. For me, it depends on what kind of draft capital you can get. Maybe a guy that can come in, a veteran, to potentially come in and help the defensive line, maybe an offensive lineman as well. But it's going to be interesting to see what they could potentially get, because right now in the secondary, this is supposed to be one of your best units, right? And Noah just hasn't been able to get on the field. Looking at what the cornerback position currently has on this roster, you like what you have at the CB1 and CB2. Not sure there's a better pairing in the NFL. At nickel, Justin Coleman, all right. You got Nick Needham as well. There's Noah right below Jones. But I think overall the guy that I'm most excited to see and really want to see on the field is Trill Williams at some point. Really loved what he did in camp. But overall, I'm not sure where Noah fits into this. I think at some point, these healthy scratches are really signifying, okay, this coaching staff may have given up on him. Maybe there's a certain team out there that would want the second-year pro, and this is my trade proposal for Noah. Trade him to the team that you just got dominated by and needs secondary help. At least you won't have to see him anymore. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Send Noah Igbinoghene to Tampa for a fifth-round pick. Maybe you can get to a fourth, but I think those healthy scratches are really going to hinder his ability to get the draft capital you desire. I don't think this is going to be a C.J. Henderson type deal where you can get a third-round pick and a player back. I think this is strictly draft capital, hopefully in the middle rounds. But I'm trying to figure out just what went wrong with Noah, right? I mentioned it that Jerry Jeudy said that he was the best corner that he played against in college football. That's high praise for a guy in Jerry Jeudy that, when he's on the field for the Denver Broncos so far, has looked pretty damn good. Now, he had a drop problem last year, but looked like he started to fix that. And now you have a guy in Noah Igbinoghene that has struggled just to even get on the field and get meaningful reps in practice, and has been a healthy scratch multiple times this year so far. It's really confusing why this is happening and what went wrong exactly. I want a little bit more clarification. Probably won't get it from Brian Flores or anybody on the coaching staff in general. But I think Noah has the talent. I just don't know if it's going to work out in South Beach. And right now, if you can get some draft capital, why the hell not? Because he's not touching the field anyway. Do you want Noah Igbinoghene traded? Again, I'm going to ask this question one more time. Type T for trade, type K for keep. I'm on the fence here about this one, just for the sheer fact that it's one of those deals where I think Noah has the talent, right? But there's not the opportunity. And that's the biggest thing for me in terms of a first-round pick. You would think they'd get a little bit more leeway, but Noah just hasn't gotten that. And to be fair, last year he was one of the worst corners in the NFL. But let me know down in the comments if you think we should trade Noah or keep Noah. Interested to see what y'all have to say. Also interested to see y'all subscribe so y'all can stay in the know on your Miami Dolphins all season long. Listen, we're trying to get to 18,000 subscribers. We passed the 17,000 mark just about 7-8 days ago. Let's see if we can do that in the same amount of time for 18K. We're 494 subs away. Trying to get there before we face off against the Sparkling Kitties across the pond. I will save my English accent because, Jesus, that was bad. Hopefully you're still watching on this one. But again, 494 subs away from 18,000. Help a brother out. You need to help yourself out and stay in the know all season long on your Miami Dolphins with free videos right here on Miami Dolphins Today. Latavius Murray. A report came out this week that the Ravens are open to trading running backs on their roster, which, by the way, is puzzling as hell for me, considering they lost 3 of them really before the season even started. You think about it, Justice Hill out for the year. J.K. Dobbins out for the year. Gus Edwards out for the year. They went out, got Latavius Murray, who didn't take a pay cut from the Saints and was released. They also signed Le'Veon Bell, Devontae Freeman. I mean, there's a lot of guys out there that they brought to their roster. But Latavius Murray, if the Dolphins can go out and get him, I think would be a welcome addition. Here are his stats in 2021. 44 carries, 151 yards. Not a lot of great productions in terms of yards per carry, but he does have 3 TDs, right? And that's something that really stands out to me in terms of you need a goal line back. I think you have one right now. And Malcolm Brown, looking at the depth chart for the Dolphins, I think really overall the depth chart for them is this. Myles Gaskin is the clear guy on this team. There's no doubt about it. Malcolm Brown brings some physicality, but he has little to no juice left at all. Salvon Ahmed, okay, he's good. I like what he brings in that third down role as a pass catcher. Maybe comes in to spare some snaps and give a breather to Myles Gaskin. But overall, the main guy I think Latavius Murray could replace is Malcolm Brown, because let's just face it, Malcolm Brown ain't it, man. Like, I get you brought him in on a contract. He's good at pass blocking, and he can maybe do some goal line work, but he has no juice. He has no juice. He can't really catch the football whatsoever. At least Latavius Murray has realized in his life that he has hands that can catch a football. Malcolm Brown hasn't done that yet. But should they do it? Let me know. Should the Dolphins target a running back in a trade? I think this has been a major talking point. It was good to have Myles Gaskin back in the fold this week against the Bucs. Would have liked to see the yards per carry and really just more carries in general for Myles Gaskin. But overall, I do think that they should target a running back. At least go out there and see what's available on the market. You let me know though. Type 1 for yes, type 2 for no. Again, I'm probably spamming the 1 on this just to see what's in the open market and potentially available in trades. I'm also curious to hear this. Who do you think the Dolphins should target in a trade? And listen, don't come at me and say they should target Patrick Mahomes. Thank you. We know. That's just not going to happen, right? But realistically, who do you think that the Dolphins should target? Offensive line? Maybe go out and get another member of the secondary, since Noah Igbinoghene looks like he could potentially get traded at the trade deadline. Do you want to go out and get another receiver? Maybe somebody on the defensive line, even though Roquan Davis is now back. Let me know who you think the Dolphins should target in a trade. And again, if you haven't already, head over to manscaped.com and get 20% off your order plus free shipping when you use the promo code Dolphins.